Qiyam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See, the girls, sorry, the boys of
What is the device name? Device name.
Muhammad Rehan.
MFERD-TN.
yes, you may start the program. Kindly make me host, or whoever is the host can please start the program. Inshallah, Sana Model School. Okay, I can see Sana Model School is now the co-host. You may start the program, please. It's 11:04. Well, I can see its leaders of tomorrow on the screen. Please start.
Is my audio and video visible?
Yes, both are visible and audio is also clear. Alhamdulillah. You all are going behind time. Please stick to the time schedule.
Can we start the program?
Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We, the students of Sana Model School, are thrilled to welcome one and all to the leaders of tomorrow. To begin our event on a spiritual, uplifting note, I would like to invite Muhammad Farhan. Please take the virtual stage.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون والله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم صدق الله العظيم.
Following the khilaf, we have the soul soothing nasheed performance lined up for you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Alhamdulillah. Please start, Muaz.
नबी का लब पर जो जिक्र है बेमिसाल आया कमाल आया नबी का लब पर जो जिक्र है बेमिसाल आया कमाल आया जो हिजरे तैबा में याद बन कर ख्याल आया कमाल आया तेरी दुआओं ही की बदौलत अज़ाब रब से बचे हुए हैं जो हक में उम्मत के तेरे लब पर सवाल आया कमाल आया उमर की जुर्रत पे जाऊं कुर्बान से कैसर और किस रजिम से लरजान उमर के आने से कुफ्र पर जो जवाल आया कमाल आया नबी तो साईं सभी है आला है रुतबे सबके अजीमो बाला मगर जो आखिर में आमीना को वो लाल आया कमाल आया नबी का लब पर जो जिक्र है बेमिसाल आया कमाल आया जज़ाकल्लाह
Now it's time to officially welcome everyone to this event. Please join me in welcoming Mohammad Ashfaq, who will deliver a warm and inspiring welcome speech.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning to one and all present here. It's the great pleasure to introduce and welcome you all to a presentation that promises to be both enlightening. We are here to
Ashfaq,
explore.
your
Volume, I
Ashfaq?
cannot.
Assalamu
Ashfaq?
alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is my voice clear right now?
Yeah, it's clear.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning to one and all present here. It's with great pleasure to introduce and welcome you all to a presentation that promises to be both enlightening and inspiring. We are here to explore the topic of optimism, learned or lived. A subject that is not only relevant but essential in the world we live in today. Optimism is a quality that has power to transform. It is a force that propels individuals to persevere through adversity, to see opportunities in challenges, and to believe in brighter tomorrow even when the present may seem daunting. In today's presentation, we will search into the heart of optimism. We will explore whether optimism is something that can be taught and learned through various techniques and practices, or if it is an innate quality that some are simply blessed with. We will also hear personal stories and experience from our esteemed speakers who have lived and breathed optimism and have witnessed firsthand the incredible impact it can have. Our speakers today will provide valuable insights, research, and anecdotes that will help us better understand the nature of optimism. Its benefits and how we can cultivate it in our life and share it with those around us. I encourage all of you to listen attentively, engage in the discussions, and reflect on how optimism plays a role in our personal and professional journeys. By the end of this presentation, I hope we all leave here not only with a deeper appreciation for optimism, but also with practical knowledge on how to harness its power for our own growth and for the betterment of our society. So without further ado, let us embark on journey of exploration and discovery. Thank you for joining us today, and I'm confident that we all will find this presentation on optimism, learn or live, to be both thought-provoking and uplifting. Thank you.
The theme for today's event is optimism is learned or lived. It is one of the greatest importance as it touches upon the optimism. We aim to provide you with valuable insight, foster meaningful decision, and leave you with an renewed sense of understanding regarding this matter. Let me call upon our first presenter, Mohammed Sannan, who will tell us is optimism learned or lived. Mohammed Sannan, your screen is yours.
Assalamu alaikum. Is my audio clear?
Yes, Alhamdulillah. We can hear you. You can start, Sanna.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to welcome all of you to Optimism 101. This is a session where we learn how to train our brain to see the bright side of life. All of us know it is very important, right? Optimism can improve our mental health. It can improve our physical health. It can help us build our relationships and the overall quality of life. So let's get started. Before diving into the session, let us understand what optimism is first. Optimism is nothing but the tendency to expect the best possible situation or outcome, or to look on the bright side of situations. It does not mean that there's no problem going on. It's not about denying reality or ignoring problems, but rather it is about choosing on the positive aspects of life. For example, when you are faced with a very tough situation, we must not think that it does not exist. Instead, we must focus on the positive aspect. Optimism is a skill. It can be learned and can be practiced as well, just like driving, cooking, singing, or any other skill. It can be learned and practiced.
Overloaded with many words and
I would like to request the audience to mute their mic, please.
Yes, I've done that. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Now, as we have understood what optimism is, let us look into some of the benefits of optimism. Research has shown that optimism can have numerous benefits. First of all, optimism helps us include lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. Well, as we being student ourselves, we understand just how much pressure we go under. In this situation, it becomes absolutely important that we exercise positive thinking, that we become optimistic. It helps us to get lower levels of stress. It helps us reduce our anxiety, the stress of exams, etc. It also helps us get improved immune function and better coping skills whenever there is a tough situation that arises. We are much better to deal with it if we are optimistic rather than when we are thinking negative. And we also have increased resilience when we practice optimism. Optimistic people tend to have better relationships in their life, as they tend to focus on only the positive aspects of any possible situation and not the negative aspect. They tend to just ignore the negative aspects. And they also have higher levels of success in various areas of life. If all of us have understood the benefit of optimism, now let us understand what power positive thinking is first. But just one way to cultivate optimism is through positive thinking. All of us know what positive thinking is, right? It involves intentionally focusing on positive thoughts and reframing negative ones. Whenever we are faced with a tough situation, we must not be deeply inclined towards the negative aspect of it. We must always keep on focusing only on the positive things. This will help us build our optimism. This will help us improve our power of positive thinking. One such example for this is, whenever we think, I can't do this, never do it like that. Never think that. Instead, just say, I haven't figured it out, but I will. When you do this, you exercise optimism, you exercise positive thinking, and this is very, very powerful. Practice gratitude and celebrate small wins. Each win is a big one in itself, be it small or any other major celebration. If we celebrate it, it means that we are just being positive and focusing on the positive aspect. Okay. And as we have just seen, the positive thinking is one way to cultivate optimism. Now, another way to cultivate optimism is through mindfulness. Mindfulness can also help cultivate optimism. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment without judgment. It does not mean focusing on the negative aspect of any situation. When we practice mindfulness, we can become aware of our thoughts and emotions and learn to respond them in a positive way, which leads to very great positivity, very great optimism. We must understand that a social support helps us in building optimism. The people we surround ourselves with are the most important people. Having a strong social support network can also help cultivate optimism. Always we have to surround ourselves with people who are positive. We have to hang around with the people who make us believe in ourselves, who help us, and not the people who bring us down. We have to talk to supportive people who encourage us and uplift us whenever in the time of need. They help us and they always stand by us. Such people we must always surround ourselves with, which automatically helps us in building optimism. We have to seek out mentors and role models who embody the traits you admire. For example, you see a certain qualities in a person, and if you know such person, you should surround yourself with them, because they will help you build your optimism. They will support you whenever you need it. And you have to remember that we are not in this journey of life alone. When we surround ourselves with positive people, the journey of life becomes much easier, because we are able to face challenges with the help of them. We don't have to go through life alone. All of us must remember this. It's especially very important for the students that we are not alone in this. Moving on, the one thing that always stands in our way when we try to be positive is obstacles, right? No life is perfect. No one can say that we don't face obstacles and setbacks. It's just not possible. Even the most optimistic people face obstacles and setbacks. There is no doubt in that. But the key is to view these challenges as opportunities. We must not view these challenges as something that is going to bring us down. It is going to put our career, put our studies to a standstill. It is not like that. We must view them as challenges and opportunities for growth and learning. We must think that whenever something bad happens to us, it's just a learning. It's not going to affect us or affect our future. It is only going to affect us if we rue over it, if we regret it. But instead, if we view them as opportunities and challenges, we can cross anything. We have to practice resilience by bouncing back from setbacks. Setbacks should not be holding us down. If we are optimistic, we can bounce back from setbacks and use them as motivation to keep moving forward. We have to remember that failure is not the end, but is only a stepping stone to success. A very important thing to cultivate optimism is having an optimistic mindset as well. It takes time and practice, like any other skill, it takes time to practice. You have to keep on going at it. But the benefits are very well worth it. When we focus on the positive aspects of life, like practicing gratitude, surrounding ourselves with positive people, we can train our brain to see the bright side of any situation. Our brain can be modified to be positive at all times. We must not think that there's only regret is all in our minds. There's nothing like that. When we surround ourselves with positive people, when we practice gratitude, we can train our brain to see the right side, the bright side of every situation. We have to remember that optimism is a choice and it can be practiced by each and everyone present here, be it a student or an adult or even a child. When we incorporate these strategies, such as cultivating an optimistic mindset, mindfulness, expressing gratitude, we are trying to cultivate optimism. We have to practice positive thinking, obviously, as it helps us build our journey through optimism, it helps us cross any situation. Practice positive thinking, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a very strong aspect. And gratitude as well. Remember, surround yourself with positive people, positive, supportive people who will help you cross any situation, who will help you when you have bad days. The key is to bounce back and keep moving forward. With practice, optimism can become a habit that all of us must have. So please, whenever you face a tough situation, remember that you're not going through life alone. You have so many supportive people who help you. And you have to keep building this network. You have to surround yourself with supportive people who will help you whenever you want. You have to practice mindfulness. You have to be positive. You have to train your brain to see the right side. So that brings me to the end of my session. I would like to thank all of you for joining Optimism 101. I hope it has been very fruitful for all of you. Please remember that optimism is a very powerful tool that can help you improve your mental and physical health. It can help you improve your relationships and just the overall quality of life by practicing positive thinking, mindfulness, and gratitude, and surrounding yourself with the right people, with the right positive people. You can train your brain to see the bright side of any situation. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. Stay optimistic, stay well. Jazakallah.
Our next topic, optimism. Rehan, the screen.
Yes, Rahan, we can see you. You can please start.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Mohammad Rehan. Ladies and gentlemen, today let's embark on a delightful journey into the world of optimism, a world that's not just sunshine and rainbows, but also a lot of chuckles and smiles along the way. After all, they say laughter is the best medicine, and optimism, well, it's like the prescription we all need for a happier, healthier life. Now let's dive in to the intriguing science of optimism. You see, scientists have been on a mission to discover what makes optimists so darn cheerful. It's not just the eternal hope for the coffee machine to never run out. It's a little thing called positive psychology. It is the science that proves that if you keep looking on the bright side, you might just find some extra cream in the fridge. So let's explore this fascinating science for a moment. Positive psychology is like the Sherlock Holmes of emotions, constantly searching for the clues to a happier life. Researchers have found that optimists tend to live longer, experience better health, and recover from illnesses more quickly than pessimistic counterparts. It's as if a sunny outlook helps boost the immune system, making optimists the real superheroes of everyday life. Now let's move on to the power of gratitude. It's like the secret sauce of life. Gratitude makes you appreciate things you didn't even know you had. It's like realizing you have hidden stash of chocolate bars in the back of your fridge. You didn't know that they were there, but man, are you thankful when you find them. So when we practice gratitude, we're essentially stocking up on our personal stash of happiness. Positive self-talk is on our agenda. Optimists have a walk of or have a way of talking to themselves like they're their own personal cheerleaders. Imagine if your inner dialogue had pom-poms and you'd be shouting "Go me" all day long. It's having a motivational speaker living rent-free inside your head, cheering you on through the highs and lows of life. Positive self-talk isn't just about being your own hype person. It's about building the kind of self-confidence that can move mountains. Now let's talk about the power. Now let's talk about the power of positive relationships. Optimists tend to attract people like moths to a flame. It's likely they have a neon sign above their heads that says good vibes only. Optimists make friends so easily, they could strike up a conversation with a penguin in a suit and leave the penguin feeling inspired and motivated to waddle through life with a little extra swagger. He is probably chilling in Antarctica. He is the most coolest person in the world. But optimism isn't just about self improvement, it's about spreading good vibes far and wide. The power of giving back is like that warm, fuzzy blanket that you roll yourself up in. Feeling you get, or also the feeling when you get when you have been searching for the TV remote or the AC remote for hours and you finally find it. Ah, that satisfaction is on another level. Optimists believe in paying it forward. And hey, it's like the universe way of saying, here, have some more positivity on the house. Whether it's volunteering, donating, or simply lending a helping hand. Giving back is the ultimate way to share your optimism and make the world a better place. So, what's the impact of all this optimism? It's like living in a perpetual movie where everything in the beginning, what happens? Okay, it's good, and then something happens to the main character. It seems bad, but in the end, everything turns out to be all right. Optimism makes you the star of your own movie. It's the kind of life where even the most mundane tasks become epic adventures. Who knew doing your homework could be so heroic? Optimism transforms the everyday into extraordinary. In conclusion, the power of optimism is like a stand up comedy routine with punchlines that improve your life. It's the scientific key to happiness, the secret sauce of gratitude, the self talk with pom poms, the magnet for good friends, and the perpetual sitcom of positivity. So let's keep the laughter going. Embrace the optimism. And remember, life's a lot brighter when you're wearing those rose tinted glasses. Thank you, and may your days be filled with laughter, sunshine, and an abundance of optimism. Jazakallah.
Yeah. Yes, I think you have finished your second topic, power of optimism.
Jazakallah khair, Rehan. Alhamdulillah, we have an incredible time so far. Now, to express our gratitude and bring this event to a close, please welcome Muhammad Hafizuddin, who will deliver the vote of thanks.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I, Muhammad Hafizuddin, extend my warmest thanks to MFERD for your presence and support. First and foremost, I want to express our deepest appreciation to the MFERD organizers, speakers, and participants. Your insights and contributions have enriched our event and made it a resounding success. Last but not the least, our sincere gratitude to each and every one of you in the audience. Your presence here today has made this gathering special. As we conclude this event, let us carry forward the knowledge and connections we have gained and continue to work towards our shared goals. And thank you once again for being a part of this MFERD program. We look forward to seeing you again in the future. Jazakallah.
MashaAllah, Jazakumullah khair. Sana Model School. I think this today's program, leaders of tomorrow, and the theme being optimism, learn or live. MashaAllah. I think it's a very well chosen theme, and it has taught us a lot, taught me a lot, and all those who spoke, um, Raihan, Sannan, Ashfaq, MashaAllah, you have all done spoken very well. And I think you spoke very nicely as very good YouTubers, how you all speak. So you all can make a good. I think nowadays everybody wants to talk on the YouTube. So you all are good material for future leaders, talking, being able to speak very well. So very nice. A few things, the positive thinking and overcoming obstacles slides in the first session was really nice because it was aiding whatever you are talking, and it was nice to see that, and that should have been followed up in the speech which was given by Raihan. So Raihan spoke very well, but he should have had some visuals because there are the learners or the listeners audience, some may be visual learners, some may be auditory learners, some who learn by practice. So if there's nothing to see, you do not recollect. So in that first one, positive thinking, I remember overcoming obstacles, having a optimistic mindset, expressing gratitude, make practice make perfect. So I can recall that because I can see those slides in my mind. MashaAllah. Social circle to help you. But optimism 101, although he did have gratitude, and he had a lot of slides, but there was less slides compared to the first one. So MashaAllah, good show put up by Sana Model School, and we expect more from you. And even better in next time. And a few last time they had Divine School had come up with one video on, was it? It was more of a moral story about who has invented the bulb. Who has invented the bulb? Well, his mother, when he was in school, got a letter from the teacher saying that your child is worthless and please change him, put him into some other school. but her mother looked at it, changed it into an optimistic way, and she told her son that you need to be put to a better school where you have more facilities because you are very good. Your IQ is very high. So she made it the mm, she changed the mindset of the child, and Alhamdulillah, he came out to be such a big inventor of the bulb. So good show put up. I've jotted down the points. You get 22 out of 25, mashallah. So that is very good, Alhamdulillah. No, that's excellent. It comes under excellent. So excellent show put up by Sanam Model School. I'm sure everybody, all the other schools who are watching, also had a lot of to take away from this. Jazakumullah khair. We appreciate everybody who put in the effort and all those who joined today. Jazakumullah khair. All right, so we can end for today. If anybody has any comments, you can put it into the chat. So congratulations.
Thank you,
for-
sir, for your insight. And now it's time to end the meeting.
Right.
Thank
I'll
you,
end.
sir, and all for joining us today. Have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing
I have
you
one
again soon.
question. I'm sorry.
Jazakallahu khair.
What was the standards of the students who were talking? In which grade were they? Which class? 11th, 12th, 10th,
11th, sir.
11th. And they were
Grade
all
11.
sitting from home, or were you all in class? I think
Yeah, we
everybody.
are in class, sir.
But one student, I think he was looking as if he was at home on Zoom. No.
Yes, sir. One was the few are doing in online and few are offline, sir.
Okay, okay, very good. So I just wanted to know that only. So it's a good show put up, online, offline. So good collaboration, so to be able to put up a show where some are at one location and anybody else could be geographically anywhere. Jazakumullah khair once again, and we appreciate everybody who joined in. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik.